Here is tenacious Travis Aragon from Trinidad, Colorado. 9 years of MMA experience under his belt, including 7 pro fights. The first pro MMA fighter out of tiny Trinidad, Colorado.
That is right, and he also coaches the youth wrestling program at the local school there. So this man is very, very much embedded into the combat sports world. He's got 3 boys at home who are going to be watching this, supporting him. Obviously, when we saw him, he did lose to John Kennedy. But coming into this one, he said, I've never, ever been knocked out. He's been working on perfecting the slap. Says he's generating a lot of power. He's upped his weight as well. Last time we saw him, he was 182 pounds. He's beefed up to 190. No partying, extremely focused, living a disciplined lifestyle. And really trying to make something out of himself because he feels that this could be a huge opportunity and he feels like he's the perfect fit for this kind of product.
And you can see that he has the power, 6th highest impact power of anybody on this card. Not too shabby for a middleweight when you're going up against light heavyweights and heavyweights in the measurements. Tenacious Travis Aragon, ready to roll. Rese, One Punch Archer, making an entrance. This is another guy with some MMA experience, 35 combined amateur and pro fights in boxing and MMA. He had a rough time growing up in Battle Creek, Michigan.
Oh, man. I mean, talk about an understatement, Dan. I mean, he was abandoned as an infant. His dad is in prison. His mum, he said, his words, probably still smoking crack. In and out of boys' homes his entire life until 21 years old. And then at 18, he became a father. And that really changed his perspective on life, gave him some real motivation to change his ways and to not repeat history. Now, as you said, lots of combat sports experience, 25 amateur fights, 10 pro fights. He's done bare knuckle fighting. You name it, Rese Archer has been involved with it. The man's a natural, loves to deliver a shot, and he can't wait to get his hands on Travis Aragon.
Said he hasn't ever held down a job for a long time. Very motivated to make something out of this slap fighting career, especially here in Power Slap.
Yeah, I asked him, so what do you actually do for a living? He said, I'm an entrepreneur. And that just goes to show, anytime somebody says, I'm an entrepreneur, come on, listen, we all know, you ain't got a job. You don't know really what you're doing. But Rese Archer now, he's here to really make something out of this. He feels this is a massive opportunity. The night's just started, this place is filling up, the atmosphere is electric, the numbers of social media are through the roof, and Rese Archer is putting on a show, and I can't wait for this to get going.
Look at this, you know, he does have the MMA background, but he's not wearing shoes. He's the only slap fighter I've seen, and we've called a number of these since the exhibitions in March, who's come out with no shoes. Rese Archer won the toss, a slight underdog. The tail of the tape brought to you by 10X. 10X your business, 10X your income, 10X your life. Go to CardoneVentures.com. Rese Archer with the height advantage over Travis Aragon and a 4-inch reach advantage as well. Despite that, he is a slight, very slight underdog to the man from Trinidad, Colorado. And he's wearing no shoes. Going to be very interested to see how this affects Rese Archer. Never seen that before. Let's send it to Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is 3 rounds in the Power Slap middleweight division. Introducing to you first, out of the blue corner, he stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 184.5 pounds. Out of Trinidad, Colorado, tenacious Travis Aragon. And now, striking out of the red corner, he stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 184 pounds. Out of Battle Creek, Michigan, Rese One Punch Archer. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Kerry Hatley. The winner of the coin toss and striking first is Rese Archer.
So Rese Archer going to go first. Remember,
right, here we go, man.
19%
Center.
of power slap matches have ended on the first slap.
What hand?
See if that happens here. Both men
Left
with
on one.
mixed martial arts experience.
Measure.
Well, Rese has never been knocked out. Oh!
Foul red. Foul red, stepping.
Stepping.
Remember, he's not wearing shoes. That's going to be a point deduction. Fouls kill you. He stepped before he even threw.
He's stepping all over the place. Yeah, oh, he stepped crazy. Listen, I thought straight away when you highlighted, Dan, no shoes. Let me tell you, the canvas, it can be pretty slippy. That's why people wet the canvas sometimes in mixed martial arts to get a little bit more traction from the water.
1 point red,
Having
stepping. 1 point red, stepping.
shoes will help.
1 point red, stepping.
Without question.
With feet, okay?
He's made a mistake there, big mistake, and he's already 1 point down.
So what does that mean? All that means is that Travis Aragon, with his first slap here in the first round, he could literally just go up and give him a love tap. He's going to win the round. Now, in all likelihood, it's not going to be a love tap.
No.
Count.
Because you've just got slapped in the face. You want to get revenge.
Measure.
What was that?
He tried to roll with it. They're going to call flinching.
Flinching
That was a
red.
flinching.
You want
So
another
he gets
snap? Okay.
2 for flinching.
On one.
So he gets to slap again.
You want another slap? He's like, yeah.
Okay, so what he tried to do is what
that's a
fighters do.
warning.
He tried to roll with the
Yeah, look at
slap,
that.
but he went too
Warning
early.
on the flinch.
Way too early. So I spoke to some of them, and
Measure.
that is a technique. But you've got to be microscopic with the timing.
Foul.
He did it
Flinch.
again.
We're taking that.
Take
man.
it.
We're taking that.
All right, you got to watch the flinch. 1 point red, flinching. 1 point red, flinching. 1 point red, flinching.
That is a 10-7 round.
Wow. So that's complete domination. Fouls are huge. All of these guys, when we talked to them in our fighter meetings, talked about the fact how they needed to get the technique down. They needed to be accurate. The first thing they wanted to focus on were clean strikes, and then they could focus on power.
Because what happens is that when you're trying to land a blow with maximum power, you grit your teeth, you close your eyes, and
let's go.
you let the aggression take over. And that is why experienced fighters, the best fighters in the world, they're the
Left
calmest
on one.
because they're not doing
Measure.
that. They're in control of their bodies. Rese Archer needs to get in control of his body.
They called
Foul.
stepping again.
Red, stepping.
He's a stepping son of a bitch.
There's no way you can win
Okay.
this if you're going to
1
step
point red.
every slap. Look at this.
1 point red, 1 point red, stepping.
Oh, I mean, it's blatant.
He's doing real
Recovery.
damage to Aragon, but
What do you
every
got?
single time it's a foul.
Right hand on one.
I mean, that's 4 point deductions, correct?
Yes.
There's that many, it's hard to keep track of. I mean, Travis Aragon.
Measure. Foul, red, flinching.
He rolled again. I don't understand this.
That's fine.
This is not the
shot?
first time Rese Archer's
Okay,
done
watch the
this.
flinch.
This is his third
That's a
slap
warning.
fight.
Flinching.
Good job, Travis. Good job.
At this point, Rese Archer just needs to close his eyes and just let what will be.
Measure.
Be.
Well,
Yeah,
he closed the eyes, but he started rolling with it too
Foul,
early.
red, flinching.
Yeah.
Another
1
flinch.
point
This is
red.
unbelievable.
1 point
That's
red, 1 point red,
6.
flinching.
That's 6. I mean, just call the match.
That's it.
That's it. It's over.
He lost. He's been disqualified. That's too bad.
It
I
really
really feel for Rese Archer, but listen, it was a strategic error not to wear shoes.
Yeah, look, listen, he really was. You know, Rese Archer, we spoke to him this week. He's a very nice guy. He was here for a big opportunity. You know, he said he wants to change the world, change his life. We talked about the extremely humble beginnings where he comes from. this is a very, very disappointing night for him. On the flip side, Travis Aragon, he goes home the winner. He won this bout fair and square, but I'm sure he would have preferred to win it the good old-fashioned way, if you know what I'm saying.
I know exactly what you're saying, Mr. Bisping. A very disappointing performance for Rese Archer, an engaging young man, very easy to root for.
Yep.
Travis Aragon came in and did exactly what he needs to do.
And he's got the moves.
Hey. And I don't know if we've mentioned this yet, but he trains with Robert Trujillo, who won the first fight. So these guys who train together going to be the winners.
Let's take a look at these shots. I mean, look at that Rese Archer flinching last week. I mean, come on.
And it is time now for the official decision brought to you by Kudo Snacks, Kudo Protein Popcorn. Get popped with Kudo today at kudosnacks.com. We send it to Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, after round number 2, referee Kerry Hatley calls a stop to the match for the winner by disqualification, tenacious Travis Aragon.
Aragon improving to 1-1. His last fight, he lost that split decision to